load all of them in. Okay, so this is my loading weekend, so I'm going to load everything up till now. I'm going to get you ready to get cold because it's going to get cold. Okay, here's the deal. Sometimes when you've had a full day, as I did yesterday, and you don't even sit down really, it's all fun, everything's good, but the next day you're moving a little slowly, and that's okay. So what I'm going to do is take you through a scenario of that type of a day. Also, I'm going to do approximately, I could say 4, but I'll say 6. I'm going to base a lot of things around 6 basic moves that we need to be able to keep doing. So if you're moving a little slowly, that's okay. Walk around your house. Do you see how I'm walking? As you're walking, I want you to remind yourself, and one of the best ways to remind yourself of what I'm going to tell you is to pick up your pole. It could be a walking pole. It could be nothing more than an old mop or broom handle. Okay? But when you put your hand on that pole, don't lean into it. Say rib cage up. You don't have to walk fast. You just have to do a range of motions. So what are those motions? Front to back motion, absolutely. Okay? Side to side motion, absolutely. See this? So I'm just kind of floating through a range of motion to get everything kind of rolling. All right, now you're going to see my stool right here. This is nothing more than a stair step. So any of you who have stair steps and you have a chair, here's my kitchen chair. See, keep going side to side. I've got my little pole. I can either hold it, keep my hands down, rotate under to my chin. Hi, everybody, come on. Yeah, we're moving slowly today to get warmed up because some days you just have slow moving days. Usually it's a day when you've really done a lot of stuff, or let's say you stood on your feet, or let's say you've done anything out of the ordinary that keeps you moving through the day, okay? So I'm going through some basic locomotions that we have to keep doing if we want to stay independent. So while I'm doing the step to the side, and you see I'm stepping progressively wider. That's what you need to hear. And if I'm going to step to the side wider, I have to soften up my knees, okay? As I step to the side, I have to lift my toe up. And I'm moving my bar to the thigh, to the collarbone, to the thigh, to the collarbone. And I'm going a little bit wider every single time. And if you go a little bit wider, you got to push your butt back. If you don't push your butt back, you tend to throw your back in order to go wider. So this move for people with hips replaced is kind of an important move to continue to do. And again, you do not have to go fast. Take a big breath through the nose. And as I do this, see, I turn my chin, I turn my head, making sure that I move my chin over my shoulder, or at least I try to approach it. So as I turn, as I step to the side, I turn my chin. I take big breaths through the nose, and as I step wider, I push my butt back. Okay, now we're going to go to the forward, and back. And we're going to do a little drop, okay? So I've got my bar here. Why? Because I'm going to do a split stance, and I'm going to go into a bit of a lunge, all right? So a lunge is one of the tools that you can employ to get you stronger, to get you being able to do stairs better, to get you to be able to dance better, to get you to be able to hike better, to garden better, etc. You see what I'm doing? If I need this, I will put it right here. See that? So I step wide and I say rib cage up, as if I'm got fingertips under the rib cage. Once I've done that, I take a big deep breath and I drop that knee. Okay? Now, some of you that came yesterday, see, the only thing that I really made you do is that you had to get up from the table and go get your dessert. Okay, that was your assignment. So don't be afraid to move around. All right, take a big deep breath. I have people all the time offering me a chair. Here, don't you want to sit down? No, I don't like to sit down. So stand a little longer. Sometimes you may have to sit down, but generally just keep standing. Move your feet around a little bit. No, you don't have to go into this. It wouldn't hurt. Okay, right now, some of you are leaning. You've got to pull yourself back. You're going to feel the impact the minute you do that. And you could lose your balance. So keep this here. Keep your shoulders down. Drop the knee. Drop the knee a little further. Take a big breath through your nose. Yes. Then when you come up, you're going to shift back into the heel. See that? Tight tummy. Do a little press and do a little press. See that? Now we're going to go straight from that. I'm still on this leg and I'm going to just tap right here. I'm just going to bring it right up here. See that? Then I'm going to come down. Now watch this. I'm still on the same leg because yes, I'm trying to achieve a little bit of an overload. Take a big breath. So I'm going to come right here. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to push down on my bar. I'm going to tighten in my tummy. And I'm going to act like I'm going to touch the back of that chair. See that? I'm going to go like that. See that? So my knee is soft right here. Drop your shoulders, take a breath. Lift your leg, tap. Lift your knee, tap. Take a breath. Lift your knee, tap. And then bring it back down. So I'm doing variations on about, I'll say 6 moves, 4 to 6 moves that we need to keep doing. One of them is variations in stepping. Okay, so now I'm gonna shift. I'm gonna do my walk again, and I wanna be on this leg in the back. Okie dokie. So now this leg stays back and this leg comes forward. Okie dokie. And whenever I come into this stance, I'm going to bend that knee. See that? I'm going to take a big deep breath. Yes, I can be doing this the whole time. However, you might get off and lose your balance. That's why you use your pole. Okay? And it will happen before you know it. If you even go from here to here, it will pull you. Okay? So be ready for that. Big breath through the nose, bend that knee, and then come back. And again, you can be doing this with your hands, but what you cannot do right now is shift forward. So rib cage comes up, drop that knee, drop that knee, drop that knee. Use your bar here if you need to, but don't shift forward. Come down, come down, come down, come down, then come back up. Take a breath through the nose. Down, 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 down. Here we go. Tight tummy. Down, down, down. Don't shift forward. Here we go. Use this at the collarbone to the thigh. Perfect. Take a big deep breath. Now, as we're doing this, we're achieving a little bit of an overload on the legs, not a big one, but a little one. Take a breath. But the thing that I like about this move is in a split stance, it forces your balance muscles. It forces your balance factors in your brain, and you're going to get off. So have this ready, okay? Take a big breath, drop. And if you move your head from chin to shoulder, while you do this, you're gonna get off balance a little bit. So make sure you have this ready to go. Say rib cage up, take a big deep breath, all the way down with the knee, big deep breath. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. Try to do it without the pole. And if you're a little worried you're gonna get off, just hold the pole right here, okay? Just like that. Take a big deep breath. Tight tummy, rib cage up, drop your shoulders. Yes. Take a big deep breath, okay? So I was told by Nancy to keep saying that, take your breath, because she will, she will not breathe if I don't say breathe. Take a big deep breath, two more. Stay with me, stay with me. Stay with me, stay with me. Okay, now come up. Now you're gonna go back. Use your pole. Go push and push. See that? So you need to get in your head ways out of those kind of wide motions. Okay, so the back leg now is gonna come up. Okay, this is my back leg. This is my front leg. So I'm gonna go step right here. I'm gonna use this bar. Tighten in my tummy, drop my shoulders, because I'm gonna take a big breath. I'm gonna lift my leg. I'm gonna go tap. See that? So your supporting leg now is the one on the floor. Soften your knee. You don't soften your knee, you're gonna round your back and come in. Okay? So big breath, push down, lift your leg, then go tap. See that? And if you don't tighten in and drop your shoulders, you're gonna mess up through the back. So get ready, big breath, soften the knee, lift, go tap, lift, breathe, tap, tighten tummy, lift, breathe, tighten tummy. Here we go. Lift, breathe, and bring it back down. Okay? So we've already achieved some overload with our body. And I referred to this just a while ago, didn't I? Now, some of you are not going to have something like this to step on. I know it. I'm trying to make a point here. There's some basic things we got to be able to keep doing. One of them is stepping, doing stairs. All right, drop your shoulders. Now, some of you don't have this, but what you do have is you have this, correct? So you put that down and you step on that when I step on this, okay? So I changed lead legs, see that? Then you switch and you come back and you switch. See that? Okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do it with weights in just a second. And if you have this, then you're gonna do it on your little 2-inch, very compliant, a little pad. Okay, many of you got these from me. And these are great because they really push your balance muscles. And you can have this with you, just don't put it on the floor unless you need it. Okay, see, I'm up, up, come down, other leg, tap, come down, other leg, tap, come down. Now, don't start going so fast on this that you forget to not lock, to bend your leg. What you do is you start going fast, and before you know it, you've locked your leg. Don't lock your leg, okay? Your knee. Bring it up, press down, keep your knee soft, step all the way up, then come down. And I'm breaking this down for a reason. I want you to use the stepping muscles. And when you're on a low level, it's really easy to just not use some of the muscles. If you're on a stair step, and many of you have stairs, and I want to make the point with this, that those stairs are your gift. I talked to Tina about this yesterday. Okay, so if I step up and back down, and I step up and back down, okay, I use very different muscles than just walking around, okay? Even on this 2-inch, if you'll think it through and not try to speed it up, and think about bending, softening, stepping, tap, down, stepping, tap. So you do it on the floor on that one, and I'm going to do it on this one. And so when you step up even that much higher, it's a whole different animal as a move, okay? But you can achieve this and do these. Somebody say, well, how many am I supposed to do? I'm like, start with 10, okay? Start with 10 or 5. So as you step up, don't get in a hurry. That's number 1. And some of you may say, oh, that's too easy, Dean. I am telling you, you will lose your balance because going from here to here, that change in height, your whole, all your senses, your feel senses, your sight senses, your hearing senses, all have to change in order for you to go from this height on the floor to this height. That's why stairs are one of the first things that people start avoiding. Don't avoid them. Find something to hang on to. Keep your shoulders down and get on those stairs. You can be at the bottom of the stair, and then you're not going to fall very far. I'm joking. It's supposed to be funny. Okay. Some of you have fallen. It's not funny. Okay. Here we go. Right here. You're right here. And those of you who have a stair right around where you're at, well, just get right on it. Okay. And then just remember, as you step here, see, I want to push straight up and then come down. Too many times we lean in and then we go right past the very muscles that I'm attempting to get you to work on doing a simple step. That's why this little tool, as you can see, it has a wider base, is very instrumental in helping to do a simple step up. And then once you've got that going, then you can add weight. One of the best ways I like to add weight, of course, is in a weight vest. Some of you don't have a weight vest. It is something, as you're having your birthdays, I'm telling you, you might want to look into it. I don't have any interest, I don't have any financial interest in any weight vest anywhere. You could use a backpack, okay? You could load up a backpack with rocks, or your weights, and it would help. But once you've done 10 of these, steady state, when you get to 3 sets of 10, now we're talking, okay? So I'm going to put my little bar down. I'm going to go ahead and put on my gloves. I should have put them on the get-go. but I did not. I was talking. Okay. Mac is not caring about anything. He's just knocked out. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead, and before I start to do my free weights, I'm going to take my little pad. I hope you watched how I got that. It was in the floor. Step a little wider. Push your butt back. Then bend your knees. Then get whatever it is you're wanting to get. Okay? So I need a little fan because I'm getting warm. Okie dokie. So we did this move the other day. I reintroduced the plank and we were in the floor. And one of the things that we want to keep addressing to help our back, to help our movement in general, is strong core. So we're going to do a core, and we're going to do it from the chair. So put your little pad in your kitchen chair. Bring your little elbows right in here. Step yourself back. You're going to bend just like that. And you're going to act like you're going to come down to the floor with your knees, but you don't. See what I'm doing? My elbows are in. I'm going to drop my shoulders. Take a big breath. I'm going to come down like I'm going to go to the floor with my knees, but I don't. Pushing into my elbows, bringing it back. Take a big deep breath. Big deep breath. And come back. So I've got my elbows and my forearms on my little pad on my chair. So let's say you're not going to get into the floor. Well, this is the next best thing. Come back up. Take a big breath through the nose. So you're going to come right there. Barely tap your knees. Go back to your heels. Right there. And every once in a while, just hang around down here. Right here. Shoulders are down. Boom. Take a big deep breath. Right there. Woo. Working your tummy right there. So this is a great way to do a plank. This is actual movement related to, you know, you moving around more. Okay, drop your shoulders, regroup, take a breath. Here we go, tight tummy, drop your shoulders, boom, up. Push your heels back, your butt's up a bit, then bring your butt in, then bring the knees down. Hover, 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 hover. Back up. Take a breath. Come back down. Elbows down. Elbows down. Shoulders down. Take a breath. Here we go. Hover, hover, hover. Come 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and one more. 5 and up. Step yourself in. You're gonna bend, hang on to your chair, pull yourself back, keep your ears where your arms are. Push yourself down, push yourself down. Your ears are right at your biceps. Come back up, drop as far as you can with a straight leg, then bend and push back while you're hanging on. So it's like a push-pull. So you're pushing, 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 pushing. Take a big deep breath. Take a big deep breath. Come back. See, I'm into a straight leg, then bend my knees, then drop, then come back, then step back, tighten your tummy, drop your shoulders, come right back down into this move. Hover, then come back to the heels. Then come back down to the toes, back down to the heels. Take a breath, drop your shoulders, big breath through the nose, heels. Here we go, right here. Take a big breath through the nose. Do I know how many we've done? No, I do not. take a breath. Drop your shoulders. Okay, 3 more. That's it. Right there. We're gonna hover at 3. This is 2. Take a big deep breath. We're gonna hover. Here we go. Right there, shoulders down. Hover, hover, hover. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Go up. And step in. Woo! And come back up. Now, between 3 sets of 10, stepping, coming into that move, back and forth. If you did those 2 or 3 times, you could walk on out of here and say, I've hit most of my muscles pretty well, okay? So we're gonna revisit it in just a moment. However, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a 9, okay? Now I've got a 9 pound. What is that? That means a medium. For you, that means a medium. So I'm gonna come right here, turn around to my chair. I got my little pad on there, right? I'm gonna draw my shoulders. I'm gonna come into a wide tap squat or seated. So just make sure that you've got your chair positioned. Okay, drop your shoulders. I'm gonna lean in from my hip hinge. You don't lean in by rounding your back here. Okay, step wide, push right here, bring it up, take a breath, bring it all the way down. Here we go, up. Keep your elbows really tight into you. So as you're coming into this move, you keep pressing into the heels. And as you get lower and lower, do not flex your back. Keep it in an extension. So we're pushing into our heels as we're going up and down. We keep our knees tracking right over those feet. Right in line with the feet. Push your butt back. Take a big breath through the nose. Okay, 2 more, just like this. 1 more. And then come right into here and go tap, shoulder, tap, shoulder, breath, shoulder, breath, shoulder. Big breath, breath, shoulder, breath, shoulder, breath, shoulder. Stay with me, stay with me. We got 3 more, here we go. Big breath, 2, and 3. Good. Turn them this way. Just like this. Go all the way open. See that? Soften up your knees. Drop your shoulders. Take a big breath. 1. Then the other. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Soften the knees. Soften the knees. Soften the knees. A little hip hinge. See that? Yeah. You want to do this like a clock arm. Perpetual motion. See? It's a smooth pull. You're putting a medium load on that bicep. As you bend and straighten, you're doing it with your chin tucked. You're pushing through the butt. Do not let your knees come together. Okay? Keep your shoulders down. Take a breath. Take a breath. In through the nose. Yes. And yes. And yes. Now you bring them up. Okay? Now you're going to go halfway. Drop your shoulders. Setting into the heels. Now you're going to go a little further. Right to there. And then you're going to go to the right angle with your elbow. Down. Right angle. Down. Not fast. Big breath. Open at the elbow. And then just come to the right angle. right there. Take a breath. Don't grip the barrel. Release your grip. Drop your shoulders. I know it. Now go back into the heels. Big breath. Big breath. Breath. Keep grip on your shoulders. Push your shoulders down. Stay with me. Stay with me. Take a breath and push them down. Now you're going to fold. You're going to go down, 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 down. Drop your butt down. Drop your butt down. Drop your butt down. Come up. Open your hands. Woo! Just like that. See how I'm pushing the heel of my hand down? And I'm pulling my fingers back. You should feel that all the way through. Okay? Take a big breath. Drop that heel of the hand. That's what I'm talking about. Pull those fingers back. Okay? Then do the reverse. Yeah, sometimes we forget to do that because this is what's tight, we think, but this also needs to be stretched. So you pull your hands under. Keep your arms straight. Drop your shoulders and gently, gently let that stretch. See that? Yeah, do it as much as you need to, okay? Not for the whole class, but as much as you need to. I gotta remember who I'm talking to. All my slugs. Okay. That's supposed to be funny. All right, I'm gonna go down and retrieve my 9-pounders. I'm gonna change them, okay? So as you go down and retrieve something from the floor, what's your first thing? Well, it depends on you. But generally, if we have a narrow stance, it's gonna force us into a rounded back. So I wanna soften my knees. I wanna go at least a shoulder width with my feet. Breathe through my nose, push my butt back, keep my chin tucked. Go down, drop the butt, then come up by pushing in through the feet, in through the heels especially. Then you can come up, strengthen your quads, strengthen your gluteal, strengthen your whole leg musculature. And not our back is the biggest deal. Okay, so here I am, back in my chair. Okay, and what am I gonna do? Well, so I've got my hands here, and since I have 2 of these, hopefully you have this, the pad in the floor. I was gonna step on that, but I'll digress. Here we go. I'll step on the pad on the floor, okay? Because now I have 24 pounds that I'm holding. If I go and step onto a step stool like that, if you get off your balance, then things they get very not pretty at all. So I'm gonna step here, tap, and step down. I'm gonna step here in the middle, tap, step down. Now, you're gonna see that when I step on this pad, the first thing y'all wanna do when you're feeling instability, don't ask me why, you go into locking. So don't do that. Number 1, slow down. You don't have to go to a race here. Keep your knees soft. Tap. See how I squatted? And I come down with both feet. Then I step up into the middle. Keep your knees soft. Tap. And step down. Now, if you want to, because you're on a lower stepping, bring the weights and put them right here. It's up to you. But now it's imperative that you keep your posture in neutral. Yeah. So when you go to step up, you keep your knees soft. See, I'm stepping, tapping, stepping down. Stepping, get it on there in the middle. Keep the knee bent, tap, and down. Okay? So take a big breath, step, tap, down, and down. Step, tap, down, and down. Big breath with the nose. Tap, train yourself as best as you can, little by little, to breathe through your nose. Step in the middle. Don't step on the side. Okay? Step in the middle. Tap. And then come back down. Okay? By rising only 2 inches and staying on that target, this is a big task. Okay? Step. Then you go and put appreciable weight either in your hands or on your shoulders or in a backpack, you know. So I'm trying to do some basic moves to help us with our strength loading. It doesn't take 10,000 moves, okay? It takes a couple that we do enough to get a pretty good load going. And how do you know that? Well, you feel it and you start breathing. I know. I'm gonna do about 3 more. Okay, say rib cage up, breathe through my nose, do not go fast, keep your chin tucked, tight tummy. Okay, it's counted 1 and 2 in. Kathy's wanting to yell at me. Take a big breath. We talked about this. Okay, last one, all right. Now I'm gonna bring these down, but I'm not gonna wrangle it with my wrist. I'm gonna tighten up, and I'm gonna do a little push like that. And it just unloads them into my hands. Okie dokie. Now I'm gonna step right around to my chair. And I know you only have 1 pad, so you don't have to put the pad in there. In fact, I'm gonna kick it out, okay? So I'm in front of my chair, just like you. I'm gonna step wide. I got 24 pounds here. I'm gonna push the butt back. I'm gonna come down and see how that feels. And I'm not gonna rest there. Take a big breath again. I'm gonna hip hinge. I'm gonna stand up on purpose, not with a jerk, not with momentum. I've got heavier weights, so I'm gonna just hip hinge, then I'm gonna push really hard into my heels, and I'm gonna act like I'm shining my tail lights. That's how you get up without jerking. Okay, stay wide, hip hinge, come down, and either tap, or if you do go all the way down, don't stay there long. Okay, drop your shoulders. Here we go. Here we go, and come back up. Woo! Squeeze your butt right here. Squeeze it. Okay, release. Down. Take a big breath. Right there. Here we go, down. Take a big breath. Stay in the heels. Stay in the heels. Tap. Woo! Tap. Stay in the heels. Drop your shoulders. Breath. Big breath. Breath. Yes, drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. Yeah, we got 3 more. Drop your shoulders, heels. That was 1. This is 2. Big breath. Last one. 3. Yay. Okay. Here we go. Step out. Step back. Bend the back knee. Don't be surprised if you get off And if it's too wide for you to handle, don't go that wide. Just step out. That's all. Don't lean in. Bend the back knee and just drop. See? Just drop. You don't have to go wide because wide is much more precarious. Don't lean in. Keep your chin tucked. Push that knee straight down. Everything else will fall into place. If you keep your shoulders down, your rib cage up. Okay, stay with me. This is a heavier weight. Stay with me. Come down. Hold it. And it's a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Come up. Switch. Switch. So you don't have to go super wide. Okay? I'm talking stepping forward wide. If balance is an issue for you, when you step forward, do widen your base. Okay, I think you know what I mean. You'll make it harder, then you step more narrow. Okay? Say rib cage up, bring that knee down, and then come back up. So if you've got all systems going, then all you gotta do is drive that knee down. Take a breath, drop your shoulders. Here we go. Go down as far as you feel comfortable. And then maybe push it just a tiny bit and come back. And you see how I'm letting the weights hang off my fingers? Yeah, I'm not gripping them right now. That helps because you get just super tired gripping. Take a breath. Stay with me. Stay with me. Just 2 more now and we're going to hold. We're going to do those little pulses. One more, one more. Here we go, here we go. Stay down, stay down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yay. And then come up. Put those weights down. Yeah, open. Open. Push one hand here. See, one hand front, one hand back. But bend this elbow a little. See, I'm gonna go straight. I'm standing. I'm gonna go way back like that. See that? Put that thumb up, pull back, then reach. Then come in and come in. Take a big breath. Way out like that. Bend this arm. Bring it open. When you get it as far as you can go, then you reach it open. Take a big breath through the nose. Big breath through the nose. Big breath through the nose. And then come in and come in. Yes. Okay, I'm going to grab my little bar here. I'm going to go back to the chair. Or you can go back to your stepping pad or your stair step. See that? So here's my question to you. If you step here, I don't care which leg, let's say you step here. The minute that you start to step, notice what you do with your supporting leg. And especially when you come up to a chair step. Soften your knees because you tend to want to lock them. So drop your shoulders, big breath. Here we go. Bring that knee up. You can choose chair or you can choose the smaller step or you can do this on your stairs. Okay, see how I'm going to do this again? Okay, soften that knee, the supporting one. And I'm going to put my hand here on my pedal, drop my shoulders, lift the knee, tap. Put your hand just underneath. Don't pull or anything. Just put it underneath. It kind of facilitates the lift, even though you're lifting with your leg. Take a big breath through the nose, rib cage up, lift, tap, and back. Got it? Tight tummy, soften this knee, lift, tap, and back. So you'll notice two things. Yeah, it'll be a whammy here, but you're gonna feel it heating up here. Yes, that's what I want. So here I'm gonna go over here. Say rib cage up. I'm gonna bring that leg up. It could be on the lower one. I don't care which one it's on. The minute you step up, you're gonna lock your knee. So I'm telling you, don't do that, okay? So here I am. This is my hip replace side. This is my knee replace side. And it's a little dicey when I'm thinking about lifting my knee even further because I'm supporting myself on my compromised hip, okay? So you have your bar or a wall. Don't lean in hard, but you just come up here, you lift, and then reach. You lift and reach. Take a big breath. Lift and reach. And see, I'm not doing the lifting. I'm placing my hands right here, tightening my stomach, dropping my shoulders, lifting with my leg. Tap and back down. This helps you feel on your muscle what you're wanting to do is all that it's doing. And it really helps facilitate that move. Okay, so here I am with my little bar. I'm gonna come back here to my chair. I'm gonna step very wide, very wide. And your toes can be turned however it feels better for you. Generally, it's pretty straight. So we're gonna hip hinge down. We're gonna go down as low as we can. And we're gonna hang out here. And we're gonna do little tiny pulses in a wide stance. Big breath. Keep your chin tucked heels. Big breath, heels, breath, heels, breath, heels. Two more. And come back. You should be yelling about now. I know it. Yes, you should be yelling just a little bit. Okay. Now we've hit here quite a bit, right? Now we're going to hit the back part of our legs, our back, our shoulder. So we're going to start by turning our chair around. And I'm going to do a hip hinge. And I'm going to bring that elbow back here. And I'm going to rotate my hips. See that? Elbows come back. Rotate. Keep your chin tucked. Hand is here on the chair. And you open. Open. Act like I'm right there. Pushing gently on your hand. See how I rotated my hip, my knee? Then I come back. Take a big deep breath before you go to the other side. You're simply going to allow your hip bones to come forward. That's it. Then you come right back down. Forehead on the chair. Here we go. Hip bones forward, drop your shoulders, and come back down. Hand on the chair. Knees are soft. Hip hinge. Bring that elbow back. Rotate those hips. Rotate that knee. Open, 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 open. Take big breaths. And then come back down. Then step in. You're upright. And you're just going to take your toe back. Okay? So at first, drop your shoulders. Take your toe back. See that? Just that. Some of you with what we call wonky hips is because you get tight right here, right here. You can do this anywhere, okay? Let's do it a couple more times. Get your stance. What do? Drop your shoulders, chin tucked. So rib cage up, breathe in through the nose. Just put that toe back there. See that? And then you act like you're going to put your heel down, but you don't. You push your hips forward. Yeah, just like that. Take a big breath. Big breath. Big breath. Drop your shoulders. Then come out of that. Do that as many times as you need to. Other than that, bring your foot in dorsiflexion. You see how I did dorsiflexion? What did I have to do through here? I had to do what's called a hip hike. See, if I want to go into dorsiflexion, bring my toe up. See, like that. And then I'm going to go back and just tighten right there. So get your toe up. Soften the supporting leg. Boom. Just like that. Don't go fast. The minute you start going fast and think this is about a repetition thing, guess what you're going to do? Yeah, you're going to rotate and you're going to get this. You're going to get this lift, but you're going to get it by using the front stronger muscles. How do I know this? Did I catch you? I know. Keep your toe up. Keep your supporting leg soft. Boom, right there. Leading with your heel. Do not turn your foot. Because if you turn your foot, that means you've turned your hip. Squeeze right there. Hold it, squeeze. Hold it, squeeze. Hold it, squeeze. Hold it, squeeze. Come back. Soften up. Shift. Dorsiflex. Bring it back. My heel is leading. My foot is in dorsiflexion. Meaning I gotta use that front shin muscle to keep the toe up. Keep your knee here, soft. Don't lock it. Yeah, when you take it back here, squeeze the butt. Don't just jerk. Squeeze the butt right here. Breath, squeeze the butt. 2 more. Keep your toe in. 1 more. And release. Step wide. Bring your hands right here and just turn your upper body so that your elbow is over your chair. See that? Now, if I turn my hip, sure, I could go way around. I don't want to do that. I want to sink, rib cage up, turn the upper body, come to center, turn. I'm on all 4 corners of my feet right now. Take a breath, drop your shoulders, turn. Take a breath, drop your shoulders, turn. Go into your W, go into your T, do a few turns with your hands, then go into a Y. Right there, into a Y. Your hands are up, palms are up, and just bring them down, just like that. Just bring them down, yeah. And then do a little swing, little swings, just like that. So it's that upper body turning, see that? Upper body turning. You can turn your chin if you want to. Don't get off balance. Woo! I know it. So I tried to center today on a few heavy lifts using a very few moves. A lot of them involve some form of stepping, okay? Don't be afraid of stairs. They're your friends. Seriously, you should name them. I want to know your friends' names.